Hi everybody, it's Tim with Engadget, and this is the new 7th generation iPod Nano, the 2012 model, and as you can see it looks considerably different than the previous version, which was perfectly square and so found its way onto the wrists of many a gadget fan around. It now has this 2.5-inch 16:9 display on the front. Still got the power button up top, and on the left it's got a 3-way volume rocker, so you can play and pause as well as change the volume with just this control. On the bottom there's the 3.5mm headphone jack, plus the new lightning connector. On the back, still no camera, so you still will not be able to take pictures with this, the new Nano. It does, however, bring Bluetooth 4.0 to the party to finally give some wireless connectivity, but you will not be able to wirelessly sync any music or do any sort of downloads onto the device directly. You're still going to need a cable for that. We'll take a look at the interface here, and it's certainly iOS-like as before, but it's still not actually iOS, so you cannot install your own apps here. At least not yet. iPod interface is pretty similar to what we've seen before in terms of viewing albums and artists. You can take a look at your current tracks. There's also Genius Playback in here if you need some suggestions on what to listen to. Nike Plus is built in now, so you will not need to worry about having an external device or do any external syncing. This can track your walks and runs automatically and upload them as soon as you plug into iTunes. Photo viewing is here, so you can look through photos synced through iTunes, and you've got multi-touch support on this 2.5-inch display, so you can pinch, zoom, and look a little bit closer at these photos. Important because, again, this is only a 2.5-inch display. Apple has also added video playback to the device, so you can sync videos on here and play them back if you'd like to. We wouldn't exactly recommend watching any long epic films on here, but if you need to in a pinch, you can definitely take a look at some videos, and the playback is reasonably good, but the display quality doesn't quite match that of the new iPod Touch or of the iPhone. Viewing angles aren't quite as good, and contrast isn't quite as good either. But for the size, it's not bad. Now, while the new design does mean that this won't make for a very good wristwatch, we do think that it makes for a very good small media player if you want to be listening to music on the go and maybe occasionally watching a video or looking at some pictures. At $150 for the 16GB version, it's not cheap, but it is a very well-designed device and one that we think a lot of people are going to like. Again, this is the 7th generation iPod Nano.